cmpradio.net. It's the station.
Right now, hey, what's going on? Welcome to Talkin Black Podcast. We here on cmp.net. Shout out to them for the platform and the opportunity and the space. I am your host, Tony Jr. I got my co-host. Go ahead, tell them.
Aaisha, aka the middle child.
I'm a middle child too.
You're a middle child?
Yeah, I'm a middle child
out of how many?
4.
Oh, I got 9.
Me and my sister in the middle. But yes, welcome to Talkin Black Podcast. This is our first episode, so we like to thank everybody for tuning in, whether it's right now or whether you're going to look in the future. We are just grateful for the opportunity. We're thankful for you. Just to give you a little background, I came and I posted on Facebook, and I was like, I should start a podcast. And people was like, yeah. And she reached out, was like, Tony,
I got you.
Absolutely.
We should do it.
And here we go. That's a short version, but I'm pretty sure at some point we'll get you an elongated version. So today's episode is, do you truly know who you are? And so go ahead and give me a breakdown of what that is.
So as we all know, we are quick to say we know ourselves, right? Oh, I know me. I am who I am. We know our favorite colors. We know our... What else? Some things we know. Favorite foods. We know what we want, quote unquote, in a man or a woman. But who are we truly when we're by ourselves and no one is watching? Who are you?
Absolutely. So that's what we came to talk about today. We kind of use this as an opening episode to just kind of allow you guys to get to know us.
Exactly.
And just kind of like also ask yourself these questions. It's very fundamental to know who you are.
Exactly.
And so we're going to dive right in, and we're going to start with some icebreakers.
So the thing about it is, before we dive right in, what does Talking Black mean to you today?
Talking Black means to me is, so I came up with the name. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere out there in the world as well. But when Talking Black means to me, it's just like, I know as human beings, we deal with certain things in general, whether relational, whether it's business-wise, whether it's spiritually, physically, emotionally. We deal with different things, especially in our communities. But Talking Black is really just talking from a perspective, from a black perspective, from the black community perspective. Because I know every community deals with violence. I know every neighborhood deals with violence. But how do we view it? How do we see it? What is our perspective? Where do we come to a place of understanding at? And so I'm very grateful for my co-host because she's very insightful, and she also is very much a person that's not going to hold back how she feels, and she's very transparent. And I try to be the same way. And so here we are.
What Talking Black means to me is clear, straight to the point, our point of views.
As we are.
Everybody has a point of view. Everybody has experiences. But who says our experiences are always right, wrong? Sometimes they're just indifferent, right?
Absolutely.
So with that being said, let's get into it. With the first icebreaker is you are the worst with phones. From the day I got your number, from the day we start talking, you have to put in text messages, it's going to take a little, you know how that little quick message that you reply back, it's going to take 3 to 5 business days because that's exactly what it is. So would you rather phone call or text?
I'm indifferent. It kind of depends on what it's about. Like if you're calling me for something quick, I prefer you call me how long are you going to be? Because I'm here right now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. But if it's like an elongated type of thing, like we can stretch it out, like nothing really important, then we can stretch it out through text messages. But I feel like if it's something that you could just get over and done with, just call me, because I'm not going to sit there and text you all day for something that we can have a 5-minute phone call.
All right, so I'm going to flip that on you. For me, you rather phone or text so I can know from today how to contact you and actually get an answer. And then you got to hold yourself up
you know
to
what?
it.
It's me, because it's not you, it's me.
It's not you. That's when you know some BS about to come. What is it?
Because I'll look at messages, and it's not just you personally. Like I'll look at something and I'm like, I'm about to get back to. I'll answer and then I'll never.
3 to 5 business days.
And don't let my phone be on silent.
Yo, I don't know about that silent stuff. Because y'all don't, who you gonna call in your last breath? It will not be you. But for me, I have a thing. Texting is for liars, right? That's I can text you. Where you at? 5 minutes away. What you doing? Laying down. I'm walking around the house doing whatever. For me, I love a phone conversation, but I can be on the phone for hours, and I think you understand that. I can change the conversation real quick. I'll have you on the phone for hours, but you'll be entertained. Okay. I promise you,
just not sitting
entertainment, right?
Okay.
So with that being said, when you talk, what is your communication styles? Or should we break down what the communication styles?
Yes, go ahead and break that down. What the communication
You have the passive communication, and that is like a person who avoids like communication, I guess, quote unquote, scared to say what they have to say. Then you have passive aggressive, which is very indirect. Right? And then you have assertive communication, that is not loud, because that's aggressive. Aggressive communication is loud. Assertive communication is when you are clear, straight cut, honest, but respectful, right? I guess until it gets to that point, right?
Okay.
So what do you identify with?
I'm the type of person, and you'll learn that I'm the type of person, I can't give you a straight, like I'm not a black and white type person.
Absolutely. I love colorful stuff.
And to me, it's different dynamics. And so I always try to be the latter, which is clearly and respectfully.
Right.
But what I try not to match people's energy.
Right.
But I feel like it's different things that go with that. It's also based on the relationship. It's also based on whether you're talking to a child, or an adult. Sometimes it depends on whether you're talking to your child or you're talking to somebody else's child.
Right.
Because you might have the patience for your child,
or you might have the patience for somebody
else's versus yours.
Because I think it's more of that.
Yeah.
Patience for somebody
I told
else.
you already. You should know who I am. And so that goes along with it. I feel like depending on their relationship, some people's, I can't speak for everybody, but my communication style will differ.
Right.
Like specifically with you, if we're talking about being real, with you, right? I know you're soft spoken usually, right? I know you're very
sometimes.
clear, because I could talk to you in a certain manner, which is I don't have to be aggressive, or I don't have to raise my voice, or I don't have to beat around the bush. I could say, this is how I feel, and this is what I want. Like when I called you with some concerns weeks back, I was very, respectful. I was very clean cut. And so then there's some people that just ruffle your feathers, and you like, I've given you so much grace.
Absolutely.
And it's like, you just take advantage of that. So now I can't give you that.
At least you know. At least you know how I am, right? So to know me is to love me. To not know me is for me to be misunderstood. Either way, it is what it is. But just like you, I'm not one, right? I'm very assertive, right? I'm a very assertive communicator. I know what I want. I know what I'm talking about. Don't change the goalposts. That's a type. But I can be very, very aggressive when I get irritated. I get loud because now it's like you don't really want to hear me, so I can get like that. And I don't believe that I'm ever passive. Like to be avoiding, I don't stop no smoke. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Let's communicate. Let's communicate. All is smoke. So now that we know our communication styles, let's get straight to it. Do we truly know who we are? Like really know. So with understanding your communication styles, whether you like to talk or text, right? Because your communication through text your identity is like thrown off sometimes. We don't know. What would you say? Who are you? If I said, Tony, let me know something about yourself.
I'll start with something that not a lot of people know. I love hiking. I'm big on outdoors, nature, natural habitats, natural environments. Like whether it's walking a trail, in the local park or a national park. Like even when I went to Hawaii, I decided to walk a trail to the highest point in the island, and it was challenging, but it was roarful. Like I was the view and just like I like stuff like that. Being in a open display boat, when I was in the Bahamas and being able to see sea turtles and different exotic fish, like in live action, not in the fish tank, but just in live and like I like stuff like that. So that's something.
That's something.
Yeah, about me.
Is that who you are, or is that just?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was.
Who are you?
You asked me something about me. Okay, so who am I? I am.
It's hard.
It's different dynamics because I feel like people don't always get the same version, or they don't get to express image of you based on the depiction, what you project, and also what they depict, because they might be depicting you through somebody else's lens, what they heard or what they. So I can't say, but I could say for me, I'm very caring, loving, joyful. But also at the same time, I'm very militant. I try to be straightforward, but I'm also very respectful, or at least I try to be. I'm just being honest, I try to be. Like I said, some people just ruffle your feathers the wrong way, but I'm very, I consider myself naturally funny because ain't like I just think about jokes in my head. I just say stuff and it just, yeah. So
I never seen the funny side.
You never seen the funny side?
No.
You always seen the serious side?
Serious, playful, but not funny. You've never made me like laugh.
Really?
Heck no.
Oh, well, that's because you've been around me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the dynamic of what you've been around
honest.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know you're joyful. I seen that, but we gonna get to that, or what I see in you, right? For me, who am I? For years, I did not know how to answer this question. I am, firstly, very passionate. I'm a very passionate person. I care, but only if you care that I care, right? I am creative. I didn't know how creative I truly were until this year. I'm shy, something people don't know. I used to be camera shy, not no more. I am loving, supportive.
You make me think.
Let me say something that I made. So I'm like bipolar in certain things, not like bipolar like I'm crazy,
like
but for one thing, I may be aggressive, right? I'm confrontational, but it's with a purpose. It's with a purpose. I am a challenger. I will challenge you till your socks knock off, and it's not easy for your socks to come off. And I'm going to challenge you. I'm asking why, who, what, where, and why. Don't talk to me unless you're ready for that. But that's who I am in a nutshell. I mean, can't go really too deep now because I have you somewhere in the ocean with that. But that's who we are. I mean, yours was very, very simple. You're very
because I'm trying to think like that's probably more surface level. But like I said,
that's the purpose.
I can redo Like,
We
for
can.
instance, like I'm very communicative.
You got a chance to come back.
Yeah.
You
So,
are.
at the end, yeah, we gonna come back to
Once
that.
you
Yeah,
shoot it
yeah.
over here, it's over for you. You got.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
a chance. You
it's
got a
over.
chance.
It's over. Let me drink my water.
It's Hattie. Take a drink. You thirsty? All right. So we already explained who we are. How do you think your peers would describe you?
Ooh, peers. So we're talking about describe peers. Who do you? Let me.
Now we could talk about people that you work with, people that you live with, other people that you're family with, and your friends, and even people on the streets. Like, how do you interact with
Okay.
people? So
Because when I think of family, I don't think of peers. What I think of peers is
Right.
people that's outside my family dynamic.
that person
which
that
is
you walk to the
people-
store.
Yeah. People I work with, people that I indulge in karaoke with. People,
Right,
you know,
right.
in those environments, like to public environments, like in spaces,
Right.
and so. And even, you know, for my instance, church,
Okay.
you know, so it's different.
How would they describe you?
Man, they would describe me probably to be honest with you, probably the same way I view myself, because I try to be very transparent with who I am. Like, if you're going to say Tony, he is a very kind person. He'll give you laughs. Like, he'll do anything to you. But there, you know, some of them say like he definitely could be an a-hole sometimes.
Man,
You know, depending on the
they
circumstance.
gonna say some stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't, you know, that's the truth. That's what it is. You know, it's like Tony, he's funny, but he can also be very serious. Tony, he's a good father.
That's amazing. That's good. That's a good one.
He's supportive. He not no hater. Like he not like I don't really got with this word that just came out the past couple
Right,
years.
right.
Ops. I don't really got no
I got
ops. I don't
ops.
really got people that don't like me.
I'm
And
like-
I always say that to people. Like if somebody doesn't like me, it's really like it's probably something personal. Like it's probably with something within yourself.
Right.
Either you know your girl might have been speaking to me and you not and you know we might just be friends. That's my homegirl, but you feel some type way.
Right.
Or the girl, or the thing, or the space you wanted, or the job you wanted, the title you wanted.
I got it.
Like stuff like that.
Oh, he ain't qualified for this.
Yeah, so it's like
It's a lot of that. It's
if
a
you
lot of
don't
that.
like me, it's something internally. So I don't really do nothing to anything to anybody.
I can agree with that because it depends on who they are. You go outside and you say, oh, you see Aaisha every day at a store. Like, who is she? The clerks at the store, they love me. The people, I'm always doing something. What's up, Isha? Good morning. You know, Muslim, assalamu alaikum. It's always, they will say stern, they will say serious. Most people would say very serious, right? Until you truly get to know me. And then, yes, I'm funny. My family see the funny side of me.
Absolutely.
I laugh a lot. My kids, they would say strict. My friends, oh man, they would say a whole lot about me. Loving, caring, annoying, a mother, but she's a good friend. All the way around, I would think you put a lineup of 10, at least 9 of them going to say she's a good person. So you have my past, they're going to say, oh, she is, and nothing is going to be good, but that's okay too. No, I'm just saying because the reasons, because we going to get to the reasons. So being as though that's how your peers would describe you, like, do you care how people describe you? Do you care what people view you?
I do to a certain extent because I think it all comes down like this little sidebar is only gonna take 2 minutes.
Right.
Like I'm very big on relationship. I'm very big on connecting, and that's why I care so much about how people think. Not saying that how they think or what they think will make me maneuver how I'm moving, or nor will I try to convince somebody of something they don't see.
Right.
But I do care to a certain extent, because I want to give off always good energy. I want to give off who I am, and so one thing I try to be humble about is all my accomplishments or what I've accomplished or things I've done. It's just like, you know, yeah.
So you would want to be viewed like you humble.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest things.
Right,
I want to
right.
be viewed as humble, but also confident.
Right.
But to answer your question, yeah, I do care, but it also depends on the relationship.
Right.
If some random guy think I'm a
You a
butthole
punk?
because, or yeah, or that like I'm a punk, or I'm a butthole because I didn't let him get in front of me in line because he had 2 items. Hey,
Right. I was
I'm
here
in a rush
first.
too. Like
I was here first.
and
We
that's
learned that in kindergarten. You
yeah.
stand behind one another. We don't unless you say
Yeah, like
yeah.
I'm not obligated to be who you want
Who you
me to
want me to be?
be or do what you. I'm obligated to myself first.
I respect that. Do I care? I don't care about the narratives people create about me, right?
That part.
You can view me how you want through others, through yourself. I care about if I intentionally gave you that reason to think that of me. Am I respectful? You may see me standing my ground and you might be soft to the point where you feel like, oh, I'm disrespectful. Well, like I said, I'm assertive. Straight through, straight up and down. Let's get into it. I mean, let's get to the end, understanding what I'm saying. That's my goal, is always understanding what I'm saying. How I want to be viewed, I want to be impactful like a Mack truck then hit you. That's how I want to be viewed. Impact, straight, boom.
So like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Like Muhammad Ali, he ain't never missed, right? That's what I want to be viewed like. In so little words, like impact is the deepest thing for me because I want to touch people. Like I want to like really have people analyzing themselves simply through my transparency. So that's my goal, and I hope to get there. One person at a time. If it starts with you, it may start with you.
Hey man,
But touch you a little bit, yeah.
the biggest thing for me, I don't know. Oh, okay, we'll get to there in that.
Right.
The sections. Okay, we'll go ahead. You can keep.
Would you like to define impact since I already defined what impact means to me? Impactful.
I think I'm a dictionary guy, right?
Right. Absolutely. Because
I'm a
I'll chat
definition
GPT
guy.
it
So
up.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at the definition of impact, and then I'm gonna give y'all an answer based on that. And so it says impact, the act or force, especially of one's body striking another. Right. That was the first one. B is a forceful contact or onset. Then we're going to 2.
One.
The strong influence of one thing on another, a significant or major
Ding,
effect.
ding, ding.
That's the
Which
one right
one?
there. Hey.
Which
And
one?
so if we read definition number 2, the strong influence of one thing on another, or significant impact on a major effect. I think that depends on the relationship, because my biggest person that I want to, or people that I want to be influential to, or have a major
Can I
impact
guess?
on
Can
is
I
my
guess?
kids.
I wanted to guess.
I have 4 sons, all varying age. My youngest are the twins. I know y'all, if you're on Facebook, y'all see them often. Y'all my friend on Facebook. My twin 10-year-olds. And I have an oldest that'll be 20 this year.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, I got a
20?
20-year-old. I know I look young. Chill,
Huh?
yo.
Oh,
I'm
40?
about to be 40 this year, yeah.
All right. You in the clear.
Yeah. I ain't had
In the
no.
clear.
I wasn't too young, but I'm not
20
judging
is
nobody or nothing like that
crazy.
because I'm not here for that.
I got 5 years for that. All right, go ahead.
But yeah, my kids, absolutely. My sons, like I said, my 10-year-old, even my 18-year-old, my daughter, she talked to me about dating. She talked to me about career choices. My son, he talked to me about every different. My twins, they asked me. We can't walk to the corner store
was a
without them
question.
asking me a question about
They had
something.
your street sign yet?
Huh?
They asked you what a street sign meant yet?
No, they ain't ask me that. But they, okay, this is an example. We walking in, we seen you know how sometime a pharmacy will say, won't say pharmacy, it'll say drugstore.
Right,
They
what's
said,
that?
Dad, we thought drugs was bad. How they allowed to sell drugs at the store? I said, son,
Yo.
it's the difference between good drugs and bad
They
drugs.
all bad.
Yeah, I said, like Tylenol, stuff you take for headache or you get
Yeah.
sick when you go to doctor. Yeah, but I said, they can't be selling the other stuff out the store, son. That's not, they was like, oh, okay, 'cause we was about to say. But
Test your kids. You know how we used to play I Spy with my little eye? Something. That's, man, them kids be telling you some crazy stuff. I dare you to ask them. Listen,
I'm
it's gonna be
scared.
some crazy stuff. I Spy with my little eye. You better hope they don't come at you with what they
Yeah,
see.
Impact.
But
and then it
that's
trickles
the impact.
down based on the relationship I have on people, like workplace. Like for instance, my workplace is a second home. It's a
Right.
Black-owned family restaurant.
Right.
And so I have a different dynamic of relationship with everyone the owner and all of her kids or people that's connected to her that are at the restaurant on a regular basis. And so I impact them all differently. But do I choose to? Absolutely. Because everybody, if we're talking about that word relationship again, everybody requires something different. Every relationship doesn't require the same version of you or the same dynamics.
Right.
So
for me, I think who I am sprinkles into everybody, right? Because I'm just that. I don't know how to be nothing else. If you my friend, my family, my relationship, they all get poured into. My relationship might get some more of it, some more guidance, but they all get somewhat the same things. Complete strangers I talk to, and my goal sometimes is, make them walk away feeling better about themselves. Because I would ask a stranger a question that,
Well, I agree. Everybody gets you,
right?
But everybody gets a different type of you. What I say that is, listen, by example. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to Nerds. Shout out to Nerds Family Kitchen. I'm gonna go back to Nerds.
Some crab rice.
I'm gonna go back to Nerds, right? Her kids range from early 30s to, adolescent.
Right.
Her, son and daughter. She got twin sons and daughter. They have the different dynamic because I have kids their age.
Right.
Versus her oldest, which is more like a sister type friend because we are on the
because y'all able to communicate about
differently
grown stuff.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. It's not that I give one of them more or less. They just get different.
I agree with you. I mean, you see me? Yeah. You see you? Take a look in the mirror. A little different. I literally give kids the same thing I give an adult. Like straightforward. A kid be hitting, I be like, come here. You see how you hitting people? You want people to hit you? You may need to stop hitting. Say the same thing to an adult. You know what I'm saying? So, I get it. I get it. I mean, you versus me, I guess.
Yeah. No, but that's the joy of it. It's not a debate. It's a reality check.
Reality check. Intentional or unintentional? Who are you?
I'm very.
No, do you intentionally impact or do you accidentally? I do
both.
I think you just did that. You don't. Your goal ain't always to impact everybody.
It's just my nature. It's just
right. Just saying hi is accidental. Like I never told you I wanted to feed nothing into you. You probably just needed that hi this morning. Right. So a little accidental. Yeah. A little trip and fall. So we talked about being a parent, relationships. So in our lives, we compartmentalize people. Like you said, that was one of your arguments. It depends on who it is, what it is. We compartmentalize people. Now, ranking from 1 to 5, what would your top relationships be? And 1 being the most powerful one, and 5 being the one that I wouldn't say weak, but it needs some work.
Okay.
It needs the most work. 1 to 5.
So the list goes as such. I would say family first. I would say friendships, business, strangers, and then partnerships.
Family first, friendship, business, strangers, and partnerships. Partnerships meaning your relations.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I just wanted. I wanted to make sure because I love. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get it. Listen, this is talking black.
Get into it?
This talking black. We
Up, down, in between.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into it because I'm gonna ask some questions. For me, I would say this a little hard for me, right? Because I want to put family, but those relationships isn't as tight as I would like them to. But I have a weak spot for my family, so I'll place them under. I would say number 2 because, I might put. You know what? This is hard. I have a better relationship with my friends, right? Because they actually know me. They know me now and they know me before, right? when they met me, I've changed, I evolved. My family don't know me but so much now. But they grew up with me. So they kind of know the core of me. And so I'll put my friendship, my family. My partner shit will go under strangers. So strangers understand me a lot more because I'm able to like expound on certain things, and they don't get
Like
to
a
judge
judgment.
me because they don't know me, right? My partnership, they don't getting to know me for real. It's kind of hard for a person who don't really want to get to know themselves. So being with me is like a mirror all the time, smack dab in your face. It's like, did you just see how you? Yeah. And then you got business. I'm building up business, and let me tell you,
So our last two are flip-flop.
these steps, stools in this business, I guarantee you that's going to zoop up to number 3 sooner or later. Mark my words. This is, what day is it? What day is it?
It's
April
Saturday.
what?
Oh, the 6th, the 4th.
April 4th. Yeah. Just watch out because I'm coming for business. Standing on business and all 10. All 10. So now that we know those, right? You describe why that's your
already,
top.
Yeah, you already know my
I
family.
describe
yeah.
why that's my top. That's my bottom.
And that extends
now,
outside of my kids.
right. So now, here's the thing. When you say self, right? Because we can't forget about ourselves. And of course, God. God is beyond all of those people.
Absolutely.
Anybody that knows me, you already know. God come first. God come first for you, right?
Absolutely. They know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's make that clear.
care.
We don't need to do that because
Yeah,
it ain't no
exactly.
number one. It's exhaust. It is.
Exactly.
It just is. Now, self. Where would you place yourself in between those numbers? Because now it's gonna be 6. Where does self?
As far as relationships?
No. Where does your relationship with yourself?
Oh, that's number 1. After, like I said, God is no need to mention.
Where was
it's
it? automatically.
Where was it? At one point in
At
time.
one point in time, before it became first, where was
At one
it?
point in time, it's probably at number 5, 6. It was very much so down there.
How long ago?
Well, we being real.
I told you when you sit next to me, who, what,
Yeah, you're
where,
right.
and why.
I would say probably like 5, 6 years ago, and that was like right before my second marriage.
You said after that, you said, I'm putting myself first.
Yeah, because I had to, it caused me to do a lot of self-evaluation, a lot of self-growth. I put in the work. I didn't really like those negative things. One of those negative things like we tend to look at in the black community,
Right.
like snitches and like therapy. If you go to therapy, you crazy and stuff like that. And this is like,
Right.
my view on those things shifted. And it's like therapy. My ex was a therapist.
She still is.
Yeah, she still is.
Yeah.
She's a therapist.
Don't. Yeah, she is.
Give her a prop.
My ex is a therapist.
Yeah, she's a therapist.
She was working
Very
you.
accomplished.
She was working
Very
you.
accomplished therapist. On private practice, all that. I ain't going to take
Go
nothing from
ahead.
her.
Shout
Good
out
woman.
to ex-wife.
Yeah. And she the one made me really realize how much that I
It's
need
important.
to dive in, or how important that self-care was, and accountability, like all those things, and of course therapy.
Man,
And so once I started to dive into therapy and really start to know myself and my triggers and things I need to work on, and somebody said something to me, and they said, and this is like my self-awareness from
Kick
that
right
point
in.
on kind of like grew. They said to me, the reason why you have so many trust issues with women is it's because women in your past relationships. And unconsciously, my answer came out without even thinking about it. I said, that's where you're wrong. My first trust issues carefully came from a woman, but they came from my mother.
relationship? Thank you. They gotta ask. Stop.
Stop assuming
stop
that
telling
some
me what's
woman
wrong
hurt
with me. Let me
that I
ask
was
you.
romantically involved with, and that caused me to not trust. No, my first relationship with a woman was my mother, and that was
There
the
go those
first. That's what,
narratives.
And so sitting on the steps, so I can remember not being picked up when I was supposed to, or
Right.
different. I'm pretty sure we'll get into all that
We're
kind
gonna
of
get
stuff in later
into
episodes.
all of that.
But yeah, that's where it
another
came
day.
from.
But I love that because we're getting to know you. This is where to the core who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before you go to therapy, we're gonna talk about that too because it does start with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't go to therapy without knowing that you actually need help. But that's in the later. This is about us right now. That's in the later episode. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Um, self used to be self used to be under everything too for me, and it don't go as far as 5 years ago. This goes as far as a year ago, and I place myself first now over everybody. My kids, of course, I said God always gonna come first. I do not gotta speak on that, as you can see. It is what it is. My kids, I look at myself first because through me, they benefit from. Without me, y'all not benefiting from nothing. So if I left today, if I didn't put myself first, what would my kids be left with?
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. So self is definitely number one now. Do I know myself fully? Oh, I'm still working on it. But I know myself enough, right? Enough to know don't play with me. I ain't the one or the two, and none of that.
You gotta leave that.
Don't come healed, come correct, because I don't believe that I'm fully healed either.
Ooh, don't come here, come correct. See, she got a little,
got a little hype.
All right,
let's get back to it. We already went to the strongest. Why is the strongest? Why is the weakest? And where do you place yourself? Thank you for being transparent. Absolutely. I appreciate that, because I know sometimes my questions just be out of nowhere. Segment number 1, we're gonna say that again, right? So say that again. When this segment, was created, it's always those idioms, and people who don't know what idioms are, they are phrases that are made for society to use them. Sometimes incorrect, sometimes just to prove something to yourself, sometimes to make a person believe something. It is. So it's again? I am who I am. Make a person believe something.
No, the word
idioms. Right.
Like M&M's, idioms.
M&M's. So they use the I am who I am. Right. Take me as I am. Sure. Or don't take me at all. Don't. But with this, I was raised this way. Right. So when you hear being who you are as an adult now, you have children, you have business. When you hear I was raised this way, right? What is your first thought, right?
For real, my first thought is you gotta grow up. You gotta grow up. That's no excuse.
That's your one.
Yeah.
Cause you only
right.
get.
Go ahead.
You only get.
One
so
first
just come. Just think about it before you answer. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Now say it again. Repeat it.
You gotta grow up.
You gotta grow up. When someone say I was raised this way, I think of excuses. Oh, I was raised. That's how I was raised. At what point is my question? Do you change how you was raised? Right? So with that, did you look up to anybody when you was growing up? Who did you look up to?
Oh man. Like I said, I'm not black and white. I feel like it was different phases in my life where I looked up to different people. I think you can't do nothing but look up to. It wasn't celebrities or anything like that. I think you kind of look up to for me. I kind of looked up to people that were around me on a regular basis, right? And so I can't remember as far as back as. I think the first.
Who influenced you?
I think the first person, male or female. Okay,
it could be anybody.
Okay. The first people that really influenced me that I really looked up to were my aunt and uncle. Like my uncle, Mingo, my aunt Shanta. I was always with them. It was a Christian household. Even though I went to church before that, it was just like, they made sure I went to church. They didn't expose me to nothing crazy, nothing negative. They was very loving the way they structured their household and stuff like that. He was a man of integrity, took care of his family. He never really raised. He didn't really raise his voice. And my aunt never heard it. At the kids, seldomly, they the kids. So, but as in time went and that relationship kind of dwindled. It was probably like I started gaining a stronger relationship with my father.
Right.
When I was like 18, 19.
Right.
And just to see his growth throughout the years. Me and my father like this now. Like me and my father like best friends, and just to see his growth, just as a man, an individual, step up with his grandkids, and just be communicative on a regular basis. And at that age, like say 18, 19, 20, he became an intricate part of
Right.
who I look up to. He never judged me. He always supported me. He always encouraged me. And that's a different dynamic too. We can get into that later. But then I also had like different people, like
Right.
pastors and ministers. That's when I started really getting into church. And so it was a lot of people that influenced me.
Right.
I can say Pastor Ron, Pastor M. I got the twins' godparents.
You was
Brandon
just
and
you was
Makai.
just
So it's
influenced
like,
by a whole lot of people.
but they were like people that were around me on a regular basis because I gravitated to a certain thing. You know, I'm a man, a God at the end of
Right.
the day, regardless of my bumps and my hiccups. And so most of my major influences came in that area.
Right.
And so I didn't choose it. Like I'm
You
know,
was
I'm just be
just
too deep.
put
I feel like God
into
chose
it.
them
Right,
people.
right.
You know, they were, put my path, and I learned and grew
Absolutely.
from them people. It wasn't just like and to go deeper. Like these people had the influence of me being a man because I
Right.
didn't really have no prominent male influence growing up. And
Right.
so all the things I learned along the way wasn't from one individual. They were learned and gained through different people, and these are a handful of those people.
Right. Well, I ain't got as much people as you, but I could take you down the little yellow brick road. Right. So for me, I wouldn't say I looked up to anybody growing up, like as a kid, as a young teenager, not looking up to nobody. I feel like I was influenced. My mom taught me almost everything I know: how to cook, how to clean. We went to the laundromat. I went to the market. I learned the skill of living an everyday life early in the game, right? But it was more so not looking up, just doing with her. It was like something to do, right? It was always, oh, I wanna go with my mom. It was more so trying to spend time. Now, as I got older, I looked up to one of my teachers. So I wouldn't say older. So I would say yes. As a young kid, Mr. Williams. He was the first person who introduced me to a camera, but I always been camera shy. And we used to make movies in our 5th grade class. And I still got it. It's on tape. I don't know if they still sell tape cassettes or things like that.
Probably find one at a flea market.
He influenced me to be able to like be confident. He took us to basketball games. That was my sister's teacher, actually. He took us to basketball games. He made sure that all of, the kids in the class, use their voice. He taught me how to use my voice. Also, my shout out to my sister from another mother, Nazia. She's on the live right now. She never knew until I told her. She was a major influence to my thought process. She asked me a lot of questions all the time. And the questions, like, I used to be so high-headed. And I know she used to look at me like, yo, just listen. Because I didn't listen. That's why I said I came a long way. I didn't listen. She was someone who pushed me. And it actually drove me to one of my endeavors, and that would be, I am an author. I'm not going to say inspiring because the book is written, the book is coming, and it will be here. But she influenced that. I looked up to her. I read her book in 2 days, and I'm like, if my voice is as powerful as she say it is, I could do anything. And she gave me a name because I didn't introduce myself. I introduced myself as the middle child, right? But she gave me the thought leader. So all the questions that I be asking and all the things and the directions I be going, that's my thoughts. They be everywhere, right? So I had to put them down on the paper to make them make sense. So let's make it make sense and not have a conversation with know what? Just having a conversation with know what? Purpose.
Content, purpose,
Content.
context, all that.
With that, say it again. We are going to the next Behind the Bar. So a little bit about me and Tony. Like he said, we didn't meet each other on a post. We met each other at a karaoke night. And to be honest, the karaoke night was dry. When it was kind of dry before I got there.
So it was jumping before pandemic, but then after the pandemic, it started off slow again. I would say that Shout out to the Bonnets, man. But
I ain't shouting it out. I ain't shouting it out. It was karaoke. Yeah, we gonna keep that in the past. Karaoke.
But yeah, it was there. It started off a little bit slow, and we were a part of the group that kind of like was faithful to it. Yeah,
I was the first. I was the first one all the time, and the mic confidence on the beat. I mean, say that. Am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
I ain't lying. All right, so with that, we met at karaoke night. So I thought it would be like cool to put a segment in called Beyond the Bars, right? And for this segment is to choose a song closer to the topic that we can actually like understand that song deeper, right? Anyone that knows me, I'm a very deep person. I literally, my first pin post on my page is I'm so deep, I will break down the song lyrics. That's how deep I am, right? Some things I'm just not listening to. I don't know, back in the day, there'd be house parties, and they'd be like, there's some in this house. Like, we is not dancing to that, because we ain't know. We not that. We not that. So with that, the song for tonight is, would you like to introduce it?
The song that we are going to break down the lyrics to, or kind of comment on the lyrics to, on this segment called Beyond the Bars, is Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror. Na, 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 na,
and it's a deep, he's a deep guy anyway. Very.
The first lyrics, you want to pull the lyrics up?
Huh?
Pull the lyrics up. So we can get into a couple of the lyrics, right?
Man in the Mirror, absolutely.
Man in the mirror. When y'all look in the mirror, for the people who's watching, the man in the mirror, what do y'all think of? Put in the comments on what do y'all think about when y'all look in the mirror at oneself. Hi, Miss Angie. How are you? What's up, Bea? Hey, everybody.
And so the lyrics read like this. I'm just going to read the first part.
With the radio voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make. Sorry, I ain't gonna say it like that. It says, I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good.
Gonna make a difference.
Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right.
Gonna make it.
As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. And it says, I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? So we just going.
You want to stop right there? What hit you?
You want to keep going?
No, what hit you right there?
Yeah. You
hear them strangers?
Exactly.
The impact on a stranger. The impact that you can create on a person with no food to eat.
I'm just going to go skip down to the hook. It says, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make a world a better place,
take a look at yourself
and make a change.
Na 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 na. That song right there, that choice to look in the mirror, like in order to speak change into anybody, if you are not able to look at yourself, you might as well stop talking. Because I know when I'm getting upset, I know when I need to calm down. Sometimes people believe that they have to tell me, oh, I know I'm overly reacting. I know these things. And one thing about me is to be reflective. It's a hard pill to swallow when you don't like certain things about yourself.
That's the worst.
And knowing yourself truly is unapologetically loving and accepting what's good and bad about you, but making the change to fix it. Yeah. Would you like any other lyrics? Would you like?
It's accountability. It's accountability.
Say that word again.
Accountability. That's one of my.
I know that's a big word that people do not.
They stir from. They hate it. They love it. They hate it. They deflect it. They avoid it.
Hold on, they made it a trend and they still don't use it.
Yeah, y'all keep on using
this
all
is
these
not
mental
a
health words. I seen posts on Instagram. It's like people misusing mental health or all these words and stuff like that, not knowing the true meaning, like OCD and it's like all this stuff. And then people just misuse accountability, or they just choose not to just really exude what it is.
Okay. Yeah, we good.
But yeah, I that's one of my things as an adult. I cannot stand another adult. But that's the reason why I said adult, because not everybody. And you got people out there with mental health issues with different. So I'm not speaking of everybody in general,
Right.
But just those who are willing, who are able
bodied
bodies, able adults to have the consciousness to be able to do that.
Think of it like this: when you're speaking to somebody, because it's easier. It's so much easier to look at somebody and tell them what they need to change about themselves. It's so easy to put a person in their place. Let's say that. When you're doing that, make sure that if that person turned that around on you, you're able to take it. So don't ditch nothing out that you can't take in. Because if it's me,
I know you.
I'm gonna challenge it. Let's go. You ready? My question. You ready for this? You ready, B? Yeah, let's go get them. Like,
that karaoke stuff. Stop playing.
Let's go. So with that, the most important one, lyrics that you believed it was, just to stand out. What you think? What was it? The chorus?
I think it's the chorus.
Read that again before we move on.
It just sums it up for me. Like you can listen to the whole song, but really sums it up. So I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and then what it says in parentheses is who.
Who?
It says I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Who?
Yeah.
Meaning he making sure that the man in the mirror is you. The person that's looking in the mirror is you, and it says I'm asking him to change his ways. Who? And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place,
take a look at yourself
and make the change. It starts with you.
And it starts with you, and that's how you create.
Too many people, like you said, try to throw darts. Point at the speck in somebody else's eye.
What they say about putting one finger, we forgot about the fingers pointing back at yourself.
Come on.
You need to change. You need to do this. And you's the worst. Let's say this. If you want loyalty, are you loyal? Mm-hmm. If you want love, do you love correctly? Mm-hmm. If you want respect, do you respect? If you say somebody supposed to take something, are you willing to take something from somebody?
You know what's the biggest flex?
What?
Somebody pulling something out. I go fix it. I'm going to make sure I get to a point where as though, okay, I'm taking heed to what you're saying. I'm going to reflect on it. Okay, you're right. Let me go change that about. Let me go change the way I speak to you. Let me change the way I address you. Now, when you display the same behavior, when you're coming at me the still the same way, even when my tone is changing, even when my approach is changing.
You know what else is great? Because not everybody going to get it right there. If you go take a step back, walk away, maybe for a day or two, and you actually think about it, that means you're reflecting. Mm-hmm. So with that thought, fix something in it. Even if you got to text, call, don't text him. It takes like 5 days. Call and say, leave a message. He might get that quicker. And say, you know what you said?
She gonna hit me on Instagram or Messenger too.
What you said, it was right. I wrote you on Messenger. You got it like quicker. I don't know if a chicken there that she was waiting for. I don't know, but maybe I need to act like I'm crazy a little bit, a little bipolar. But the man in the mirror, go listen to it. And tell me what y'all think. Inbox me.
Yeah, and also we do got the Facebook, and the Instagram.
Talking Black.
So, if you want to interact, you can always interact with us on there.
Moving along. Segment number 3 is no feelings, just logic. For so many people, it's, we don't work on feelings. So when it's continuously communicating with someone else, it is always, and almost always, because not everybody is like this, almost always, it's when you're talking to someone else, it's about logic, right? And you want to dismiss their feelings. But when it's you, it's about your feelings. Quote unquote, you ain't respecting me is a feeling. You felt disrespected. You're not logical right there. It's how you feel. So, in a world full of emotions, sometimes we have to strip everything down and call it what it is. Like no feelings, just logic. So in this logical question is, if you never truly get to know yourself, where could you end up?
Like any other destination, if you don't know where you're going, you'll be lost.
Without
GPS, without awareness of, it's like me flying to a different city. Like I can get around here without no GPS.
It's like playing hide and go seek, and nobody come find you.
But let me try to fly. Let somebody give me a specific address in Miami. Me fly to Miami, just try to get there with no GPS.
Right.
I could be looking for days.
Me driving to Upper Derby sometimes on the back roads. I don't know where I'm going. I'm gonna be all the way in Broomall, deep down. I make a left sometimes off the highway, and I've been driving there for 2 years. I still make the wrong turn. I need my uncle always laughs at me because I need my GPS. I don't know what it is. It's safety. So that's something I gotta work on. But I should not need a GPS to go home from Chester.
Yeah, practice.
I won't turn the GPS on tonight. So with that, you will be, to repeat what you said, if you never truly know yourself, you could end up lost. Mm-hmm. No feelings, just logic.
Yeah, that's
because for the record, we all move with our feelings in all types of aspects. Not wanting to hear what somebody got to say. Sorry, it's your feelings. You don't want to hear it. It makes you feel some. It makes you get a headache. That is a feeling. You're not logical everything. So can we please stop the logical. It's only logical when someone else is speaking to you about something that you care about. Mm-hmm. That's it. But that was a little bit of my passion coming out.
Absolutely. We expect it.
So to wrap it all up, this is segment Redeem Yourself. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I remember in the beginning of the episode, so with this segment, you can change anything you said, your takeaways. Is there anything you want to clarify, and anything that shift your mindset in this conversation? I think we were getting to know each other.
Yeah. Well. No, like I said, I think the only thing I would add is like some things that, as far as about myself, like I said, I think I threw that out there. Like I'm very communicative. I'm very, just graceful. Like it's just certain things that as you were speaking, I'm just like, you know what? It is some more things about me, but it's just like I think sometimes I could be too humble that I don't like. I didn't know I was a big communicator. I didn't really see myself as very big communicator. So I started hearing people say like, Tony, why don't you, like, you very articulate with your words, like you very, you can voice your opinion very easy. Like it's all those things. Like I'm good at talking to people. And just a little sidebar, like some things I say surprise myself because I didn't go to college. I ain't book smart.
I'm the definition of street smart. If you would like to look it up, but I'll tell you what it is. Street smart is to understand others. Not just yourself. It's not. I didn't have to sell a drug and hang on a block to be street smart. I'm street smart because of experience. I'm street smart because I ask questions.
What you were supposed to.
Exactly. I ask questions to the unknown. It's unknown. It's building a narrative until I ask you what you think. And then what you think, you need to understand that you're putting on the table who you are. Mm-hmm. So this is not me creating a narrative of you. This is me hearing exactly what you said. And if you need to fix it, redeem yourself.
I ain't fixing nothing.
Redeem your. So we're going to keep it. Clarify that everything that we said, we meant it.
Exactly.
You standing on all 10?
Absolutely.
That's staying on business. Damn. But before we go, right? Mm-hmm. Humble. You said you're so humble. And some people say, definition of humble is to lessen yourself for others, right? That's the definition. But since we like to change definition all the time, outside of definitions, you have perspectives, you have perceptions when it comes to different words. To me, humbling oneself is understanding you're not bigger than your own program. I don't care what people believe. You are not the reason why everything is happening for you. You are a very important piece. Yeah. But on the chessboard, do you know how to play chess?
A little bit.
I don't know how to play chess either like that. Yeah. But I know the players, right? On the chessboard, you as the king, I'm the queen. I move all type of where you the king, you one slap there. Those pieces protect us. Yeah. Without those pieces,
everything matters.
Exactly.
I'm a big superhero fan.
So humble yourself, just understanding.
If you ain't, what's the Avengers without Captain America?
Guess what? They say I ain't humbling myself. You not humbling yourself because you got something to prove. Maybe I can't say that. I'm gonna say maybe.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's something you got something to prove. Maybe you just feel like you are bigger than your program. You are quote unquote self-made. We'll get into that in another
You'll
episode.
humble yourself though. You'll be humbled by something
By God.
external. Yeah, something external will humble you.
God will send you something and hit you like
Something,
a Mac truck.
someone.
Like a what? A Mac truck.
Bow.
Like a Mac truck.
She let that bell. We got
like a Mac truck. Like that impact that I'm going to create. You hear me?
So go ahead and close this up.
So we're going to close y'all up. Let's be honest. Let's move forward. We're looking in the mirror. Because if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. And being as though, I want to thank everybody on these lives who is here, who have finally heard my voice. Finally. Who has finally seen my face. You will see more of it. Our next episode will be continuously, this month would be about not just self, but our next episode will be about parenting. Because next to self is what we create.
Absolutely.
So tune in for our next episode. Next Saturday. What's the date? 11th. That's my Mammy's birthday.
Absolutely. So thank y'all for viewing. This is Tony Jr.
This is the middle child.
Oh, Lord. We'd like to thank y'all for viewing in and logging in and to Talking Black. Shout out once again to cmp.net.
Y'all ready to talk?
Here.
I'll make sure you get that. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's go.
Y'all ready to talk black?
And we be talking back.
Thank you. See y'all.